got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Hester to return from his end zone.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
And they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They'll only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Peyton. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So,
and now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. They'll try the right side here with Peyton.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Cutler. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. Cutler. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Peyton is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now it's Cutler. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The Packers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Hester to return from his end zone.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Or did they ever? And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter. Now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait to get back out on the field and get after them.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's got his man Sharp, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. That's complete, right side, driver with it. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point up and through, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Here's Cutler. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point safely through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
Hester to return from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
He'll find driver here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's driver complete.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Rodgers to throw once more. That one complete to driver.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, here comes Peyton. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 5.
Now a give, it's Peyton. Oh, he's got a little daylight right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On the run, it's Peyton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run now with Peyton. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Running it here with Peyton. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
The point after is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So problems there on the return. Very costly. Not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Cutler. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Neal.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
They'll run on first down. Peyton, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Now it's Cutler. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They go play action with Cutler. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go play action now. Cutler. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they have regained the lead. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Hester to return from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now Cutler. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Field's going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Peyton, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. On 2nd and 9, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown ground.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Hester. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll throw on first down with Cutler. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll go with the option. Coming right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On first down, Peyton. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now Cutler looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll try and throw for him with Cutler. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll run on first down. Peyton. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Cutler will throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his health. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now it's Cutler. He'll drop this off to Peyton. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try and run for it with Peyton. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
2nd and 10.
Slot man moves right. On second down now, Peyton. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. On third down, Peyton, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Bears, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.